Airplanes, of course, are built to be as light as they can and still have the amount of strength needed to be structurally safe. There's a longer curve here, and under the bottom from the front edge to the back edge, there's a shorter curve. The one over the top had a lot longer path.
Where will our next generation of airline captains come from?
Go a lot faster. And when it goes faster, it loses pressure.
Will it be the U.S. military?
These are the magnetos. There are two of them. They supply electricity.
With current regulations in place, will civilian routes produce enough qualified candidates for the demands ahead?
Pilot, however, seat belts are required all the time. We have a headset. It is voice activated. You move the mic so you can just barely touch your lips or just a tiny bit from not touching. If you talk and you can hear yourself, I can hear you. So what we're going to do is, the first lesson is a visual lesson. We are looking to
It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around can warm up in its glowing.
The biggest thief in life is fear. It takes you away from doing a lot of things that are fun, they're exciting, but you got to use a little common sense, of course. If you understand a little bit about Bernoulli's principle and aerodynamics and why the motor runs and things like that, it takes away a lot of that fear.
In 1972, flying a four-place Cessna trainer like this was $17 per flight hour. This same airplane today runs for $140 per flight hour, well out of the cost of the average flight student. Somebody needs to step in and help.
That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you want to sing. It's fresh like spring. You want to pass it on.
Won't you please help Airolina Flight Support pass the dream to the next generation?
I wish for you, my friend, this happiness that I found. You can depend on him. It matters not where you're bound. I wish for you,
One nonprofit group is trying to help high schoolers with a passion for flying earn their pilot license by the time they graduate high school. It's a long process that can take hundreds of hours of flight training, and it can be expensive. But now they can practice without ever leaving the ground. Stephanie Lopez has that story from the Hayti Heritage Center in Durham.
High school students are learning to fly using this flight simulator.
Simulates any airport with the terrain of that airport and the layout of that airport anywhere in the world.
Retired pilot Warren Wheeler says flight lessons in Durham were $14 an hour when he started, and now they're $170. And it takes 40 hours of practice to get a private pilot license, but $1,500 to fly commercial.
The average family and the average child can't afford to do that. We're trying to make it affordable.
The Airolina students tell us being able to fly is their childhood dream, and they hope this program will make it a reality.
And my dad, when I was young, he always used to take me to RDU and watch the airplanes fly off, so that was a big impact. I'm looking forward to getting my license and being able to fly on my own.
This is something I want to follow all the way through. It's amazing, you know, being up there in the clouds.
If you're interested in learning more about the program, or if you're interested in helping to fund it, check out airolina.org. In Durham, Stephanie Lopez, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.